Hello and welcome to today's Wild Hearthstone deck tech and gameplay video on Arms Warrior. Arms Warrior, besides being a little throwback or homage to one of the actual specs of Warrior in WoW right now, is basically a list that wants to use a couple of important weapons, mainly Wrenchcalibur and Outrider's Axe, although occasionally old Remornia does sometimes count as a weapon. We want to use cards that say buff our weapons or like weapons themselves, in cards even like Hoard Pillagers that allow us to get effectively extra copies of weapons we've already used. And again, cards like Weapons Expert and Dread Corsair, that's cards that like weapons in some way or another, and then we just have some sort of generic sort of cards holding it all together. Title Revenant as removal and armor gain, because this deck loves both of those things. We also have cards like Defias Cannoneer, Obsidiansmith, as well as other forms of card draw and bits of removal to sort of just help us not die. And that is all for the deck tech. Remember to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you would like to see more, and if you want to see some games, stick around for game number 1.
I will fight.
And game number 1 with our little Arms Warrior list.
No mercy.
For the most part, well, paladins are usually some sort of aggressive, so I would normally say look for like a curve and things to do early on. For instance, Hoard Pillager is just not going to be useful early on. Weapons Expert gets us a weapon, and Title Revenant, although a late drop, is useful for helping us stabilize, as most decks are just more aggressive than we are. Okay, ooh, alright, spicy. Are you a Renethal list too? Hey! Hold on, God. Some, what is it, start of game paladin? That's not bad. Our plan will likely just be a hero power on 2 and then a cannoneer on 3, since we would like to use the weapons expert for the buffing portion of it to buff a Wrenchcalibur. At least that's the current plan. Basically, our little list here is pretty linear in that, you know, we just want to like get some weapons and hit our opponents in the head with them.
Move quickly.
So really we just want to sort of stick to our plan and try to avoid pivoting if we don't have to. So there's the hero power. Opponent just plays a Righteous Protector. Okay. Tells me nothing, especially with all the start of game effects, so I don't know what's going on with our opponent's deck. But I suppose we'll see. Simple hero power from our opponent. Even if our opponent does, like, what's that card called? Like a Hand of a Doll and trades, that's fine. Although they would Hand of a Doll the Protector, so it wouldn't really be a trade. But at this point, we're just happy to start to slowly get the wheels a-turning and a-churning, if you know what I mean. We do have Lady Ashvane, so we might do the Wrenchcalibur on 4 and then the Ashvane on 5, as opposed to, say, the Weapons Expert. Since for our purpose right now, assuming we have a weapon equipped, Ashvane's just, like, better than a Weapons Expert. Watch post. Okay, I no longer have any idea what my opponent's running, but I'm in it. I am in it. Really goes for the trade. Okay, I mean, alright. I guess we stick to the original plan. Wrenchcalibur, go ahead and bonk the Taunter. See where the Cannoneer shots go. It'd be great if we killed the tower. Yeah, I wouldn't really mind if we tower. Seeing how they can't attack with the host anyway. God, I love these cards. I love this whole cycle. I also love the Forge and the Baron set, but I also grew up playing Horde, so it kind of goes without saying, really. Huh. That is going to be a bit of a ball ache to get rid of. Yeah, we'll still Ashvane. I think we'll just play linear here. Just try and get rid of our opponent. See where our cannon shots go. We would love to start removing things off the board. Okay. Okay, that'll do. To be fair, if he does trade the Korok here into the Cannoneer, it is an honorable kill. Although he'll probably just trade the Grunt to avoid such a free and clean trade. Alright, let's see what's happening on this turn. Okay, I no longer have any idea. Our opponent's running just a pile of cards they like, which is an admirable quality. Let's not get it twisted. Alright, alright. I think the plan will likely be a weapons expert here. Can't really make use of the shield slam right now, so yeah. Weapons expert. That's a good question. Well, we might as well hero power. The question is, how do we want to attack here? God, that's awkward. So, well, that's really awkward. So I'm not gonna honorable kill it, but so yeah, I think we'll go attack here. See where our Cannoneer shots are. That's kind of the worst of all worlds, really. In that case, we'll just put the most damage in our opponent's face. Next turn, we can play the Black Scale Brute, so we can have some interaction. Let's see. Yeah, I think our play largely doesn't really change. We're sitting on a fair few bombs. I think it's, what, 4 or 5 now? I haven't been keeping track, because the bombs are just, they're not like our primary win con, they're just like a nice little thing that sometimes... Those are our opponents. Oh, but not, what the hell is my opponent's deck? I mean, it's cool, whatever. It's just very weird and defies, like, a underlying, like, logic to it. But whatever. Just playing stuff they like.
Not on my watch.
Okay, Argent. Oh, there has to be a Reno floating around in this list somewhere. Because, like, that Argent Protector convinces me of this fact. Ooh, it's gonna be an honorable kill, isn't it? Hell yeah, it is. Oh, this is gonna be Resurrection, isn't it? Still the right play. Yeah. Oh, Avenge! Okay, that's not that bad. I can... And again, just more bombs in our opponent's deck right now is really what we're looking for. They're just gonna have a Reno at some point. I would be very surprised if their list isn't Reno. So I might as well just try and close out the game while I have the option to. We might keep the Shield Slam for the same turn we play a Revenant. Maybe it's just a budget list. Which, to be fair, I mean, hell, that's equally so all that I do. So maybe, well, okay, probably trades the 8-7 into the Taunt. He's got a 4-3 and a 3-3. He could trade 1 if he wants to, or he could put 7 damage to my Dome. Is that? Has to be said. Does he go for the trade or go for damage? Fair enough. Let's see what we draw. It's not awful. It's really not. Okay, I think we can do Old Living Blade here. Trade into the big old Naga. Bonk him in the head for a significant amount. And then when it returns to being a weapon, we can just trade the majority of the board off. Now we can Revenant and Shield Slam a big thing for a respectable amount of damage. If we feel we need to.
All realities, all dimensions are
They're Malthazar. So I'm doing 5 damage. So I could do, yeah. What do we hit with the 5 damage is the real question. I guess we could do... Yeah, we'll just play it safe. We'll 5 damage the thing that we can kill. And with the 8 armor, we'll get rid of the Stormwind Bro. Stormwind Champion, that's the name. Now we are like in an okay spot. Next turn we can always just Wrenchcalibur and then Obsidiansmith. Should also, let's see, that'll make our Dread Corsair free as well, which is a lovely touch. Nice little Brawl for security. So yeah, we'll Wrenchcalibur. Play our Obsidiansmith. It's not super interesting, but honestly, the Dread Corsair is probably the smart one here. Play the other one, 0 power, and I guess just bonk our opponent. Yeah, we'll just bonk our opponents in the head. This way, basically, I think there's 7 or 8 bombs in the deck now. So if they just draw a bomb, they die. Or not, but to be fair, they have, goddamn, 40 cards still. Okay, so anyway, we die. That's not great. Not great. We do have a Brawl, has to be said. $1,000,000 question is, okay, he sends one of the attacks into the Corsair, others into the Revenant, which is fair. Does he trade into the Obsidiansmith? He does. We just kill him with the weapon. Right? Yeah, we just kill him with weapon. Quickly play some cards out, just to kind of be him. And then just block. I could have hero powered. I have a quest for hero powers. Yeah, like we talked about, the bombs aren't like the way we're trying to win. This isn't like a dedicated bomb warrior. It's just a nice little backup plan that sometimes lets you blow out your opponent. Anywho, on to game number 2.
My heart is one with the eternal
And game
forest.
number 2 with our little arms warrior list.
No mercy.
Druids are usually some combo stuff, so we want to be like real linear, so we'll just get rid of all the high cost, more interactive stuff, and just look to hit the ground and run him with some sort of board. He says as he draws 7 drops, but that's cool. I guess the real question is... Now, we'll keep the coin for coining a 7 drop. I don't think we need to, like, be that concerned, because usually Druids are some combo-y or, like, very late game-oriented thing I've personally experienced. Or not. Okay, it's just like a big Druid. I'm down. I'm down. Huh, unless there's like some weird combo
and Grove.
that I'm not thinking of. Which is possible. Maybe it is still something like big and slow and control-y and, you know, all those, I guess we'll call them pejoratives for lack of a better word. But our plan largely remains the same.
In a box? Pirate
Progress
stuff.
board. Hit opponent in head. Next turn we'll well, let's see what we draw. If we draw a weapon, we'll see. If we draw a weapon, it's Cannoneer. If we don't, it'll be Weapons Expert. Okay, Wrath. So maybe we are control deck. See, we did draw weapons, so it'll be Weapons Expert. Tutor for 1. Outrider's Axe is fine, but those are better against... Or the Axe is better against, like, very creature-based decks, and I don't think this is what our opponent's running. I mean, we'll take it, because, you know, it's damage to our opponent's dome, so we're not like... There we go, there's a Wrenchcalibur. Wrenchcalibur, and this is kind of what I was trying to get at before I... Wrenchcalibur is... in a vacuum, better against longer, more control-y decks that want to like draw cards and get to their win con, whatever it happens to be. And the Outrider's Axe is better at like fighting for board and if you need cards. Like it's easily some combo shenaniganery. They're ramping. To be fair, they are ramping. They're doing the thing they want to do. How many cards we have in hand? 9. We go face, Wrenchcalibur. Then we'll use one of the Hoard Pillagers to basically buy back, for lack of a better word, to use and to use a magic term to buy back our Wrenchcalibur, and again just keep on trying to get bombs in their deck. Big question is what to do next turn. We can coin. Oh, Thor. Okay, Thorazin means it's easily coin the black scale brutes to do it. It's not even. So if there was any doubt of it being combo, it's before. It's sure as shit is now. I have personally really been enjoying the black scale brute and Lady Ashbane really in this deck. Although to be fair, there's basically no other kind of deck where those cards work. But they've been pretty fun and like actually pretty useful for a deck in the time I've had to test this. Like 2 to all? Yeah. Fair enough. That's not gonna suck nearly as much as you think it is, sir. Drawing extra cards. 7. So I think we'll just play 2 Cannoneers and just go face, because I think this puts them in range of a bomb, right? Yeah, 2 from each. 2. Oh, did he just die? Yeah, I'm an idiot. I thought it was 1 damage pings, not 2. Yeah, sometimes you just get to do linear things and run your opponent over. Now we'll go on to our 3rd and final game of the episode. And game number 3 with our little Arms Warrior list.
I will show no mercy.
Okay, this could be like Quest Hunter, any one of the Quest Hunters. It could be Spell, Quest Hunter, or like Beast Hunter. Honestly, this is an okay hand. The Shield Slams feels weird, but even if we're just like Hero Powering and Shield Slamming, it's not awful.
I see you brought gas.
Another Renathal list. What is this start of game shit going on? I mean, I'm cool. Okay, yeah, I no longer. Okay, well maybe. Okay, hang on. Let's be fair to this, because if you're running a 40-card version, they're damn near air quotes free. They're not free, but maybe people are being are kind of scared enough of. Hell yeah, that's an awesome draw. Maybe they're scared enough of like a Mill Druid that they're just trying to put a lot of cards in their list. Which I think is the wrong way to do that personally, but I understand the logic. But anywho, on to the actual game. Okay, so next turn we'll probably play the Cannoneer because we have a Wrenchcalibur. I think we'll attack first, just in case. Okay, so it's not explosive. Is it snipe or something?
Job's done.
Oh god, what is that? I think it's the... What's that new one? The new... Okay, so it's not freezing trap, it's not explosive trap. What the heck? Okay, it could be ice trap, but that wouldn't be that bad for a deck. It could be Wandering Monster, I think, because I think Wandering Monster triggered. Anywho, but whatever. We'll just be linear and hit our opponent in the head. We know we can basically do so with immunity. It would be great if we kill our opponent's little guy on the board, but even if we just face, not that. Yeah, pretty much regardless, we're happy where the shots go. Next turn will likely be just a weapons expert, maybe a hero power, though that might vary on the draw. Lord Runeith. Okay. To be fair, again, like we talked about in the last game, I make budget lists all the time, so I have nothing but sincere respect for those that are willing to do that. Yeah, what the original play stands of a weapons expert, and we'll just hero power. Continue to go face. Admittedly, the bombs are not likely to get us a win here, but it's, you know, still kind of what the deck wants to do anyway, so. We're in a good spot. They're buffing a lot, which is scary.
Hungry, aren't ya?
Why are all the other cards in your deck? I'm very... I mean, I guess this is Magic Brain and that you don't want your deck to be any larger than it has to, but that's basically all collectible card games. Okay, my brain's kind of borked. Let's see. I think we'll just go face again, and we'll play Tailed Fordring here. Since we couldn't attack with whatever weapon we equip with a Hoard Pillager again anyway. What do they do? Oh, it's open the cages. Okay, okay. Yeah, there's enough secrets in Wild that I'm not gonna bother to like think of every single one. That's just too much on my little tiny bare brain. Alright. What do we do next turn? Lock the Nathal Lion. I'm so confused. I don't know what their deck is in. That's tempting. But I think we'll just go with a Hoard Pillager.
Loot? What more can I ask for?
No. I could kill the lion here. But I'd have to get through the Misha also. I forgot it. It equips it as the weapon is initially on the card, not the stats it was as it left. It's... yeah, okay. That's my fault. I, for some reason, forgot for a second. Because my brain is tiny. I think that's so weird that I have to do this, but I think we're just gonna shield slam the line because it's a lot of damage. The question is, do I just take? Yeah, I think we do. I think we'll just take the 4 from hitting Misha. It's not great, but this is more so just to get bombs in their deck. Now, next turn we do have a Revenant if we just want to like remove something or go face. Not great. There's what's that. Yeah, they're doing things. We could always play a Hoard Pillager and Brawl. No, we can't. No, we can't. You're an idiot, Max. That's not how your mana works. So yeah, I think that we'll just wrench the Misha. I think we'll cut a Revenant away 5 damage to the Wrangler there. We just die on board. 7, 10, 13, 16, 16, so I'm at 15, 5, 23. I'm alive? Not by much. Maybe some... okay, I don't. So that wasn't a Malchezaar card, that's just in their deck. Because of what it said. Created by Prince Malchezaar. I don't know what their fucking deck is. Just a pile of cards that a person chose to play. They're going for trades, which is nice. And now we have 9 mana and can in fact Hoard Pillager and then Brawl. Yeah. Why would you? Okay. I gotta stop. My brain's overloading here.
What more can I ask for?
So we'll do the Brawl now. We would like to be able to hit them in the head with the Wrenchcalibur, if at all possible. Okay. Oh my god, did I win? Hell yeah! That's awesome. I'll take it, man. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I will take a big old Brawl win wherever I can get it. Let's see. So they didn't draw bombs because there's a lot of them in their deck. I think there's like 7 or 8. Okay, can crush. For removal, which is nice for us. Okay, so we can Weapons Expert
Not for my fault.
buff. Cutting Class to draw some cards. That's not exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so I can Hero Power. Sends me to 18. I guess I could just, yeah, I guess I could just hit the crush. Like, we're in a good enough spot that we're largely okay. This sounds so weird, but I think I'm gonna actually break the 1 Wrenchcalibur to draw since I have my other weapons in hand. Ashbane is a beautiful draw, so we'll take that. And that's why we run a singleton copy, since in earlier on in the testing of this deck, I did have 2, but like, you would oftentimes be just sitting on that card forever.
Accept my humble thanks.
Yeah, sure. Get the fuck... You're kidding me! Cool. That's fine. To be fair, they didn't hit a bomb, So, like, sometimes you just lose to some RNG shit. And that's the thing you have to deal with in Hearthstone. But I feel good in that I had practically won that list. He either killed me that turn or I killed him that turn. But anywho, that's all for Arms Warrior. A pretty, honestly, really fun list that I would recommend you try out if you want to play something that's a little bit different than the standard pirate warriors you might see floating around the ladder. But with that out of the way, thank you all for watching. Remember to like the video if you liked it, to subscribe if you like my grab bag of content but would like to see more in the future. And if you have some nice, somewhat constructive comments, that's what comments before down below. I shall try to get back to all of them, but no promises. Stay safe out there, and be kind to one another. Bye-bye.